like a 3 or 4 minute video run that y'all can see, right? Okay. My name is Jasmine Brown, Assistant Vice President for Enrollment Management and Director of Admissions here at Xavier University of Louisiana. While we regret we were unable to offer you an in-person experience, we came up with the next best thing, a virtual platform. Lagniappe, it's catered to admitted students, and we congratulate those of you who have made it thus far. We recognize that we'll probably also have prospective students out there. Welcome. We encourage you to engage with us, and hopefully you'll learn a lot of information that will even encourage you to apply and or complete your application process right now. Today, we're prepared to offer you 2 live sessions that will feature Xavier faculty and current students on hand. Lagniappe means a little something extra, so this is our way of serving on that commitment. So engage with us. We welcome you. And when we talk about outcomes focused, we're proud of the fact that we hold the accolade of having the most African Americans that go on to complete their medical degree. That means we're thinking beyond the bachelor's degree. A plethora of students will go on to pursue professional programs as well. So join us today. Ask questions. Ask questions of our Xavier faculty and our current students so that you can really see yourself here. At Xavier, we're here to serve you. Welcome home.
Welcome to Xavier University of Louisiana. You are here because Xavier stood out for you among all the universities and colleges in this country. Perhaps it is because we educate more students, African Americans, who go on to become medical doctors, physicians, than any college in this country. Perhaps it is because of the judges, the lawyers, the leaders, servants of humanity who have come from Xavier, phenomenal artists. You are here to become one of them. And when on or before Declaration Day, you choose Xavier, remember it is because we also choose you. Because we believe in you. You are coming here to be your best self. You have exceeded expectation, and that's best self. At Xavier is when you become truly excellent. You will follow in the footsteps of great women and men, our alumni, like Mayor Cantrell, the mayor of New Orleans, Ivan Linnell, the federal judge, the P3 Pulse of Perseverance doctors, and of course, that remarkable artist, Terrence Osborne. You will be fulfilling the legacy of Catherine Drexel, who founded this university, the only historically black and Catholic university. And by that we mean a university that has welcomed students of all faiths with the expectation that they will realize their best self and go on to serve humanity. You will be one of them. You will go forth from Xavier and contribute to what we call the just and humane society. And that calling is what we will realize in the 4 years or 6 years, depending on your major, at Xavier. And you will be our gift to the future. What I really want to know is, are you all coming to Xavier? Yes or no? I know you're here for a reason. You've come to learn about the greatest gift to education in this country, Xavier University. I mean it. Come learn about Xavier. Welcome.
5, 4, 3, and go live.
Welcome back, and welcome to those of you who are just now joining us. Again, my name is Jasmine Brown, Assistant Vice President for Enrollment Management, and you are part of our grown-ish student panel. So welcome again. So what does that mean? You get a chance to hear an insight from our current students to really hear about their overall experience as Xavierites. I'd like to take this opportunity for our students to introduce themselves, starting to my left. Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Haley King. I'm a history major. I'm from Oakland, California, and I'm a junior.
Hello, my name is Rosemary Fondzeyu. I am a freshman. I'm a psychology major, and I'm from Atlanta, Georgia.
Hi, my name is Lauren Hawkins. I'm a sophomore biology major, chemistry minor from Birmingham, Alabama.
Hi, my name is Leah McKinney. I am a biology pre-med student. I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm a freshman.
Hi everybody, my name is Rasheed. I'm a biology pre-med major from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Hi, my name is Taylor Scott, and I'm a freshman chemistry pre-pharmacy major from Memphis, Tennessee.
Hi, I'm Elisa Perriott. I am a sophomore public health major, sociology minor from New Orleans, Louisiana.
Hi, I'm Hana Nguyen. I'm a freshman from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I'm a psychology pre-med major.
Hi, I'm Victoria Howard. I'm a freshman biology pre-med major from Atlanta, Georgia.
Awesome. One of the things that we just heard right now was a wide variety of backgrounds in major as well as location. So, for those of you who don't know, more than half of our incoming freshmen actually come from out of state, and that actually resonated here on our panel today. So my first question to you, for those of you who are out of state, what piqued your interest in Xavier? Why Xavier?
I know for me, when I first came to Lagniappe, I think that's how you say it, but when I first came here, it was the people. It was people that looked like me, that wanted things that I wanted, and they showed me the path. They didn't know if I wanted to go to Xavier. I was just coming to see, but it was, they were pouring into me before they really got to know me, and that's one thing that really pushed me to come to Xavier, is that people always have your best interest at heart.
I know for myself, coming all the way from California, I was a little dissuaded, but I knew what I wanted. Initially, I was a pre-med major, but more than anything, during the recruitment process, I really connected with those who were representatives at Xavier, and I was interested in what Xavier had to offer, and ever since I stepped foot, I fell in love ever since.
Xavier definitely offers a family environment. Everybody here is nice and so kind, so I didn't really feel too homesick because I felt like I'd found a second family here.
You just said something there, family environment. What makes Xavier stand out as being very relational? Can anybody maybe talk about relationships that you've been able to form with faculty and even amongst yourselves? What did that look like for you?
I can go. So New Orleans itself is a very small city, and Xavier itself is a small school. We're right under like 3,000 people. So when you're walking into class and taking the same route every day, you're going to see the same people. You're going to start making relationships. You're going to start smiling. You're going to start talking to people and things like that. And you build relationships, as well as what you get organized in. This is Vanguard. We're student ambassadors. All of these people are my family members. I think of them as family because we're a small organization and we're always with each other. We have a group chat and things like that, and you have class group chats. Speaking on the faculty and staff side, with Vanguard, working in the office, we make connections with them, and those people become our mentors and they guide us, as well as when you come to Xavier, depending on which route you take, you will get 1 or 2 advisors, and your advisors become like your second parents. They see you down, they're gonna have conversations with you. You need to go talk about classes, talk about the classes you're taking with them, talking about your next steps at your career at Xavier. Those people are gonna care for you, and they're gonna love you and things like that. And when you build those relationships, they're going to see research opportunities. Oh, I'm going to think about this student. They're going to email you. Or they think about, oh, I know about this opportunity here over the summer. They're going to want your best interest at heart, and that's what family is. It may not be blood, but it is people who care about you and who love you and want your best interest at heart. So this is our second home. This is our home. This is our family. It doesn't matter how far away we are over summer break, winter break, and stuff like that. We're still going to talk to each other, communicate, because this is family.
To piggyback off of what she was saying, like with the classroom sizes aren't that big, so it's easy for you to connect to each and every one of your professors to the point where if you're going to office hours or when you come into the classroom, they know your name. I know that was something that was a blessing to me, to being able to talk to my professors as far as office hours and getting that one-on-one connection to the point where when I know I need help, I know that I can turn directly to my professor to guide me in the right path.
And to piggyback off of that, I would say Xavier in itself is a community. So regardless of whether or not you know the person sitting next to you, or if you know all the professors that you're engaging with, everybody wants you to succeed. So at Xavier University, you have that feeling of, regardless of where I am, who I'm talking to, I'm gonna do well.
So you said success, and you talked about family and being relational. That also kind of attributes to the resources, too, that we offer here at Xavier to students. So can you maybe expand on that? Outside of the academic classroom, what are some things that are available to you as students to become involved with? What have you done personally, and how has Xavier supported you outside of the classroom?
I can take that one. I personally, we have resource centers, including resource centers for biology, chemistry, reading, writing, and then math. And the resource centers helped me out a lot because when I was in high school, I didn't really have to study or do hardcore work. So coming to Xavier, having that transition, it was hard because I was like, how do I study? How can I get the most effective and efficient grade that I need to? So going to the resource center allowed me to get in contact with students who have already taken the class so they can give me that one-on-one help that made the process a little bit easier. I love going to the resource center to the point where they know my name when I walk through the door. So I feel like the resource centers is a big benefit of coming to Xavier.
Go ahead. All right, just to add on to what she said, so like we do have resource centers for our academics, but we also have Mobilization at Xavier, which is a service group. So basically we have different types of service organizations where we can complete community service on the weekends and throughout the semester. So Xavier is really big on service, and like we encourage each other to give back to not only our school community, but the New Orleans community as well. And with the service, along with the service organizations, we also have different ethnic organizations. So we have like a Zula Vietnamese club. We're very diverse, one of the most diverse HBCUs. So it's just, we're a community of people and we're very diverse. We're more than just the typical HBCU.
Okay, I have some questions here for students, from students rather. With the lack of a football team, what other clubs, organizations, or sports teams or events are popular here at Xavier?
I can take that one. Okay, so just because we don't have a football team, don't count us out. We have a basketball team who have just won their for NAIA championship for normal season and tournament. And we have a organization called the Gold Line. So we are a huge spirit squad. We go to every home game, and home games don't just include games on campus. We'll travel to the other campuses and things like that. We go to all the home games. We have the mascot out there, our cheerleaders, our dancers, our pom squad. We're at all of those games to cheer on our boys and our girls team, as well as we have a tennis team. We have track and field. We're adding next semester, we're adding our softball and baseball team. So just because we don't have a football team doesn't mean we don't have sports for people, and you can go out and support them because games are fun. It's the best. One of my favorite parts of being at Xavier is an escape from studying, an escape from classes, and you can just go out to the games and have fun. We cheer along with the cheerleaders and things like that. So there are experiences. Don't just think HBCU football and that's all it is.
I had another question from a student. Do any of you work while also going to school? And if so, how do you balance that?
Okay, so I can take that one because I'm a hard-working man. So I do work, and I work on the weekends and maybe twice throughout the week. Growing up, I got a trade. My mother was adamant about me learning how to play instruments, so I play music on the weekends for churches, downtown in New Orleans, just different places like that, and learned how to perform and things. So I use that as a way for me to get money, and as well as with balancing my schoolwork with that. A lot of times I tell people the best way to make your Xavier experience or any college experience successful as far as from an academic perspective is to do like you do when you're cleaning. Do a little bit every day. Even if you have, even if you don't necessarily have an assignment that is due, still look over something. Always have something to do each day, because it's gonna come times where things can be due and you have a paper that was due in advance 2 weeks, and then you got some chemistry drill homework, and then you feel like, oh gosh, this is so much. When in actuality, it really wasn't a lot. You just procrastinated. So do a little bit every day, and I guarantee that you'll do fine.
What kind of classes, this is actually for a particular major, What kind of classes would a biology pre-med major expect to take in the first semester?
I got it.
You want to take it?
All right, so let me go ahead and put you on game. So biology pre-med majors are required to take, well, just any major, you're required to take 12 hours to be a full-time student. Biology pre-med majors are required to take 14 hours at least each semester to be competitive to go to a medical school. So what you're going to be looking at, you're going to be looking at taking your math. You can take a biology. Of course, you're going to be taking your biology
12:30, 12:40.
12:30, 12:40, and that's going to be.
And a foundation.
Yeah, and you're going to have a foundations course. You're going to have labs. You're going to have a chemistry lab, chemistry course, biology lab, a biology course, and on top of that, you're going to have your drills. Drill is basically just a class designed to get you acclimated to taking quizzes every week in your chemistry class. So everything that you learn in class, the professors don't want to take time away from you during your class time, so they want to give you opportunities to take quizzes in a different section. That way you have plenty of time and opportunity to write your notes down and learn the material. So those are going to be your basic hardcore 4 classes, and then anything outside of that, like electives, or like I said, if you take another math or English, all of those things will be counted into that overall 14 hours minimum that you need for each semester. Anybody else have something on that?
And it might sound very challenging, especially when you're just listing it out. But when you get here and you get acclimated to the environment, you see that everybody is rooting for you. You know, like the resource centers, we have a thing that they just made up where one person from the resource center comes to our dorms at like 8 o'clock, and you can book an appointment and they help you. So there are always ways for you to do better in any part that you're struggling in. So it's not as hard as it makes sound.
I want to emphasize that at these resource centers, it's upperclassmen or other people who have taken the course previously and passed it with an A. So sometimes if you play your cards right, they'll have previous tests and quizzes and extra study material, and they can put you on for a plethora of things outside of just within the classroom. So that's how connected we are to them.
And I will add a very large fact about our resource centers. They're free. You don't have to pay anything during the semester. They're free from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So they're always available to you.
Great. Since there's a lot of resources that are available to you, and I talked about biology pre-med. That was a question that was asked. More than half of our students that come here are STEM focused, but we have a strong essence of humanities majors, coupled with the fact that our students are smart and the academics is rigorous here. It's rigorous. A student asked about combining all those different elements. I know that it can become tough, and so how does that impact you from a stress standpoint? And what have been things that have been set in place to help support you in that area, in that arena, and just handling the load?
I can take that one. It's balance, like Rasheed, like Edward said. You have to learn how to take it little by little, piece by piece, part by part, every day, as well as family. Like I said before, it's family and things like that. Get a strong study group, study with your friends and stuff. Bio teachers always say, if you can teach it to someone else, that means you know it. Like, you need to just take it part by part, piece by piece, and it's gonna be stressful. But we have a building called St. Joe's on campus that offers you counseling throughout the semester and things like that, and you can get 12 counseling sessions throughout the semester, which are covered in your tuition, and it's free. So if you ever feel like you're stressed and you feel like you're alone, you can always go to St. Joe's and go talk to someone, as well as prayer. We are a Catholic HBCU and things like that. Right before finals, at the end of each semester, we have a prayer service with the whole school, and we all just come together and pray together and encourage each other. So you're never gonna be alone. It might seem like it's a lot and things like that, and you're gonna be having days where you're stressed out and question, is this the place? But a diamond doesn't come from pressure, so that pressure is building you up to be the person that you are and wear Xavier proud on your chest, because I promise you, once you graduate, they see that Xavier diploma, they're gonna be like, check, check. Like they want your stuff because Xavier produces diamonds. So stress is gonna be something, but a little stress can be a positive thing to push you along the way.
Right, and I also want to encourage, communicate these things to your professors. Like, I know coming in freshman year, used to getting all A's and B's and then coming here and getting a reality check. I communicated it to my professors, and they can also kind of aid you and let you know ways to kind of de-stress. And then we're in the city of New Orleans, so sometimes I have to check out. I gotta go up the street to the city park or do what I need to have creative outlets. So don't shy away from that, because also we don't just encourage work. You know, you also have to get out there and like Lauren was saying, community service, that's a great way to de-stress. Cleaning up parks or painting or whatever we have available for you to serve, that's also an excellent way to de-stress.
And I'll also say, just like with any college campus, there's always an aspect of the campus called student life. And student life is always there to give you that balance. So the SGA or any type of student organization designed to make your college experience a good one, they're going to be putting on events for you that are going to not only enrich but enhance your experience. So I remember one time they had a therapy session. Remember they had the little massages and the self-care thing. That was great because I had a test that day and I needed some self-care. So for sure, that's going to be some great opportunities for you to get outside of the box of being in the classroom and having to write down things and be on top of your stuff. You're going to always have that opportunity to just be free.
And last thing, there's also in St. Joe's, there's an office for student success and academics, and they will literally sit down with you with your schedule and help you plan out, okay, this is where I'm going to study for biology, this is where I'm going to study for chemistry, this is where I'm going to go to the gym, when I'm going to eat lunch, when I'm going to go to sleep, when I'm going to wake up. And they will help you stay accountable and print it off for you so you can put it in your dorm room, put it in your binder, in your backpack, on your phone. So this way you can stay accountable and make time for yourself as well as your classes.
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing for me would probably be closed mouths don't get fed. So if you're having an issue and you let somebody know, there's no way that the issue isn't going to get handled. There's plenty of resources, plenty of outlets, plenty of clubs, plenty of people. Like I know everybody on this stage, if I ever had an issue, I could reach out to any of them and be helped with whatever situation I have going on. So like we've emphasized multiple times, Xavier really is a family, a community, a place where regardless of what's going on in your life, you're going to succeed.
Okay, so we have a two-part question here. Someone noticed the word Vanguard. So they want to know exactly what is that organization and what does it do. But to even expand on that, what are other student organizations that you yourselves have become involved with?
Vanguard, I got you. So Vanguard we're student ambassadors. We were found by Ms. Kyler in 2017. So we're not that old on campus and things like that. But what we do, like you see us sitting here right now, we speak on panels. We give tours. We have tours Monday through Fridays. Tours are there's 10 a.m. tours, there's 2 p.m. tours and stuff like that. We have large tours, which are called our group tours, which are for other colleges, high schools, and things like that. And then we have smaller tours, which are our family tours, which are more personal and things like that, because you get to see the dorm and more of the campus on your family tour. So we are student ambassadors, as well as not just speaking on panels and giving tours, we give you a student experience and things like that. Like so many people I've talked to on just my tours have made personal connections with me, and they still reach out to me and things like that, just asking questions. We're not just, oh, one time you give a tour and it's over with. I know personally when I came to my first open house, one of our actual current vice president, he was on a panel and he was talking and things like that, and what he said stuck out to me. So when I got to campus, we haven't been the same major and minor, so like we're friends now, we're personal friends, and that's what you get from Vanguard. We're going to be with you throughout the whole way once you get here and stuff like that. You're going to see us. We may not always be in our shirts or our lettermans and things like that, but we're going to be on campus. We're here to help each other. It's a family. What else do we do besides just panels and tours.
You go to other schools.
We go to other schools and stuff like that. We go reach out to you. We come out there. We come speak to you. We give you that experience. So Vanguard is just not a one-time thing. Oh, you're a student ambassador for a year. You are a student ambassador for the rest of your time. Vanguard is for life.
And because we are live and things are happening in fluidity, one of the things that we did just announce as of yesterday, due to just kind of where we are from a nationwide perspective, here at Xavier, we have suspended tours. So we aren't doing any in-person tour experiences, but please be on the lookout for some virtual opportunities where you can still interact with our current students and ask them those questions. So I do have a tough question here for you. They really want to know the real deal. And they're asking, well, we have all these good things that you're talking about at Xavier. What would be something that you would change or enhance with regard to your experience?
Infrastructure. I'm a freshman, so I live in the St. Mike's dormitory on campus. It's the only all-male dormitory here at Xavier University. To say that the dorm is old is an understatement. There's a lot of things that I would like to be renovated, and not just only in the dorm, but in other parts. I know that alumni have come back and said, "Oh, this is the exact same furniture here when I was a freshman," and they from class of 2002. So I would definitely change the infrastructure of the campus.
But I want to say, they got the best lobby. They got a TV, foosball, vending machine.
We be hanging out in there all the time.
I have that, or the upperclassmen dorm, so I actually like the mics, but I get what you're saying. Something that I would implement is a little bit more services, and we're expanding on it around mental health. I know in the Black community, this is, I know from my people back home, that's not a topic that's emphasized. So just creating more spaces for people to have outlets and come and talk. And we do have resources available. We have programs and counseling services offered, but I would just like to see more around that, because the biggest thing that you probably wouldn't account for is your self-growth that you go through, the evolution inside. So which is equally as important as the pursuit of the degree. So just having like that, those people to support you, but specifically for mental health, that's something that I would like to see grow.
So then, I know you recognize, you emphasize some of the things that you would like to see enhanced. What keeps you here? Why are you still here?
Okay. I am still here because I feel like Xavier is the best place for me to grow and be who I want to be. At other schools and even at my high school, there was always a sense of competition of, okay, I'm not going to study with that person because I want to get the best grade. Here at Xavier, I don't feel that at all. You could literally be walking around on the second floor of the library, hear somebody talking about what you need help with, and they'll help you if you go and talk to them. And so, like I said, the sense of family keeps me here. The fact that I know everybody here wants to see me succeed, because when somebody else succeeds, I succeed. And so we see each other's success as our own success. So I keep saying that.
To piggyback off of what she said, family is definitely a big thing for me, because being away from home, being specifically away from my mom, it was really hard for me to deal with and to cope with, because I had to learn how to be on my own and be independent. But even from the first week I was here, when they had welcome week or orientation week, and we had peer deans, which are just kind of like mentors, like major-based, that help us get through it. The moment that I saw peer deans, I was leaving my mom and my parents, and my mom was like, "You were meant to be here." And I just felt safe and secure and knew that while I'm here, I'm going to be taken care of. While I'm here, I know that I'm going to succeed. I'm going to move forward on the path that I was destined to fulfill. So that's 100% the reason I'm here. I just feel like I'm safe. I feel like I'm secure, and I feel like there's no way possible that I'm not going to get to the goal that I was supposed to meet.
Well, I know for me, it's because they make my dreams feel so tangible. It's been so hard seeing people that look like me in certain places, or seeing people that look like me that have the same goals or are working as hard as me. So seeing them in my class and saying, I'm struggling with this and I'm hoping, you know, and she's struggling with this, so I don't feel so alone in my struggles is what keeps me here, is seeing myself and others and seeing how we're pushing each other and loving each other no matter how bad the days are. So yeah, that's what keeps me
and
here.
to expound on Rosemary's point, representation matters. I remember like throughout my whole high school, middle school, I was kind of always like the token black girl, like the smart black girl, but coming to Xavier and not just being the smart black girl, but being of what, hundreds, thousands of smart black girls, it's important, and it's heartwarming to just see so many young black women and men working towards, you know, what they want, and just not having to be just that, you know, like the unicorn at your school, but we're all here, and we're just being groomed to be leaders of America, for real.
I would say relationships, faculty and friends and classmates. Like Rosemary was saying, like nobody really lets you struggle, and you feel like other people are invested in your future. But the biggest thing for me, because I was originally bio pre-med, I'm history now, and I was like, why am I still here? But the community that I've cultivated, they won't let me fall, and they can, even the times where I kind of don't be showing up to class or any areas I don't feel like insecure about attaining and reaching my goals. So that's the biggest thing specifically about Xavier that has kept me here and kept me going, even in my most lowest moments.
Yeah, reassurance and stuff like that, because this semester has been a lot for all of us. Like this spring semester, like as a school, we just been like, I don't know, like something just as a school, it's been high and low moments for like each and every student. I feel like reassurance, like just getting a phone call from a professor, getting an email from a professor, one of your friends saying, I saw you do this, and it gave me hope and it gave me light. It's that reassurance, just when it seems dark and seems sad and stuff, that light of, oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. This is where Xavier is my home. This is where I'm meant to be. Even though some days might be bad, even though some days it's like, oh, I don't want to go to bio. I'm not feeling it today. And stuff like that reassurance of, oh, you get a ding on your phone from Brightspace. You got an A on something. Hey, I'm still keeping it afloat. Or seeing your grades, stuff like, I'm not doing as bad as I thought I was. I actually am there and stuff. It's just those little things of reassurance, and like your friends or God or just family, like just telling you, hey, you are doing something great. You are in the right space. You are making a change and an impact. It might be small, but at least small little nuggets keep you going and make you know you're supposed to be here.
And I'll say one more thing, just to talk about reassurance. So like here at Xavier, we also have a College of Pharmacy, and we also have a physician's assistant program. And I know a lot of us are aspiring health professionals, so just to like walk around campus and see the pharmacy students in their white coats and see the physician assistant students, it's just like, yeah, it's just like, okay, yeah, that's me. So it's just like keeping you motivated and just seeing, you know, seeing those professionals in that aspect too, because, you know, that's important.
I want to say scholarships too. We have a serious plug for scholarships. Like out of nowhere, you'll get an email like you're eligible, or an alumni would like to take care of your balance. So I know financially, yes, that's another thing that's physically keeping me here. So.
Can anyone speak to the Xavier Exponential program here? If not, If not, with our Xavier Exponential program, a student had actually asked, and representing the Office of Admissions, this program is actually pretty new. That's why I asked. It's pretty new, and it is our honors program that has just been implemented at Xavier. And for those of you who were asking about that, you can always contact our admissions office to learn a little bit more about it. And with this particular program, students are given a variety of different hands-on opportunities as it pertains to their area of research and even being able to be connected with faculty. But speaking of being connected with faculty, we still offer a plethora amount of internships and research opportunities. Can any of you speak to those particular entities, and what kind of exposure have you received?
So I got an opportunity to research. As a matter of fact, back home in Shreveport, Louisiana, I got an opportunity to do a paid internship over the summer. at LSUS, Louisiana State University Shreveport branch, and do some microbiology research there. Will I be taking it? I'm not sure, because I really want to get ahead a little bit in my schooling. So that's going to be a decision that I make. But anything that you do over the summer, Xavier students are always going to have something to do, whether that's research, whether that's I want to go out of the country, study abroad, whether that's, oh, I want to go ahead and do this research and get some money and some experience. These are all things that are available to Xavier students because we are the cream of the crop. I don't care where you go, anywhere that I go, I tell people all the time, I'm a Xavier student. I'm XU out. It's something just about saying that you're a Xavier student. The whole room changes. People respond to you differently. People shake your hand. People want to talk to you. People want to help you. So I definitely think that during these opportunities, Xavier has a plethora of things that you'll have the opportunity to do.
So as far as like finding research opportunities, don't be afraid to ask your professors. They actually, like if you hear about their research, something that you find interesting, go talk to them. And along with just networking with other fellow researching students and your professors, we also have the pre-med office who does a very great job at informing us of different research opportunities during the summer. And in addition to that, we also have the career for undergraduate, Kurgo?
Yes, Kurgo.
Sorry, I didn't understand.
Yeah.
I didn't get all the words in it, but Kurgo helps with undergraduate research, graduate research, placing students in PhD programs. So just go out, search, network, and you'll find something.
Yeah, and I wanted to add about Kurgo because I've been living there for the past couple of weeks because they'll get you right with your personal statements, your resume, your CV, and they'll make sure that you're a competitive applicant, and that's a resource center that I lean on. We have a handshake account, so you could go on there, log on, and look up for yourself internships and things like that, paid and unpaid. And they're pretty serious about it, and it's for all majors. And they'll be like, well, you need to go find 10. You need to go find 10 you're going to apply for, and then you need to come in here, and we're going to look over everything to make sure you're a competitive applicant. So that's something that I definitely appreciate about Xavier.
And they make sure you are aware of these opportunities. So if you let them slip, that's on you.
You're gonna get emails.
Emails and their meetings. I remember, I think 2 weeks ago, the psychology department, they had a day, or it was like for 2 hours, they would just tell us about all the research they're doing and what they're looking for in students. And the biology department did it as well. So if you want to do something, the resources are here. You just have to go for it. Mm-hmm. You have to advocate for yourself.
You just said something big there, advocate for yourself. So that's definitely a nugget. Go back to your first day of your freshman year. What would you tell your freshman self now?
Don't do too much. Don't do too much. You do not have to step outside your body to get known. Because this is a small school, everybody is new. You don't have to go do any extreme. All you have to do is just be a nice person. Whenever you pass by somebody, speak to them. 9 times out of 10, they're gonna speak back. Mm-hmm. I remember the first day on campus, I come from a predominantly white institution as far as high school, and pretty much all of my education coming up to this point has been in predominantly white places. And so I will always feel out of place. And when I got here, I kind of felt out of place again because I was like, I'm so used to being in this environment. And so now I'm around people of the same background, people of the same goals. And I was like, how can I fit in this great bowl of melanin excellence? Mm-hmm. So I was like, I'm trying to find my place. I'm trying to find somewhere else. Along the way, I ended up becoming Mr. Freshman, ran for ASU, Mr. ASU, got into that, got involved with Vanguard, now Peer Dean, which is the association where on your first day on campus, you'll be escorted and pretty much led by your peer deans. These are the guys and women that are going to be taking care of you during your freshman orientation week. You'll be divided into color squads, which you'll see all of that great stuff later. And hopefully I will see you during that time if I finish this training. But that's the time.
Cardio, that's what I would say, because these walks, you got 10 minutes to get from the north side of campus to the south side of campus. Like, don't pack your books like so heavy that you're like struggling the first day of class, because your schedule will be made for you already when you come in your first semester as a freshman. So like, your class is going to be all over the place, and you got 10 minutes. And also, don't be afraid to just walk around someone or just say, excuse me, can I get past you and stuff? Because you got 10 minutes to get to class, and you need to swipe in on time. Because swiping in is how you get attendance. But like, just make sure before you come to campus that you're not going to pack your book bag too heavy or things like that, or you can make sure you can walk that distance in 10 minutes, because it's going to take a little time to get to that. And also make sure it's okay to take the stairs. The elevators take so long, you can just walk up those stairs.
I want to piggyback off what Ed said. If I could go back and tell my freshman self something, I would tell myself to get involved, because my first semester I was just focusing on classes and trying to make sure my GPA was high enough to keep my scholarship and everything like that. But then the second semester is when I truly got involved, and I was actually able to see all the various organizations and clubs that Xavier has to offer, and it has enhanced my experience at Xavier, because I'm in the Pre-Pharmacy Student Association, I'm in the chemistry club, I'm with Vanguard, I volunteer at our food bank on campus, and being able to do those things allowed me to network with several different people who have the same goals, sometimes the same major as I am. And then I also tell myself to get connected with your classmates, because these are the people who you're going to be with for the next 4, and if you're pre-pharm, 6 years. So you want to be able to make connections, so if you need help or if somebody else needs help, you have that option to be like, hey, can I get some help with something, or offer your assistance to somebody else. So those would be 2 things that I would definitely tell my freshman self.
From my first day, I would say don't be afraid to talk to the upperclassmen. Ask them questions. They have such a repertoire of advice and knowledge, and they can just pour so much into you as far as what classes you should take, which professors you should take. Like we were saying, they'll give you their own quizzes that you can study with, exams, their own homework, and they'll really help you with your classes, because being a freshman, this is something you've never done before, and it's so helpful to have somebody who's already been through it, who can say, okay, sit you down and say, okay, you're doing fine, and don't stress, it happens to all of us, and having that confirmation of that what you're feeling and what you're going through is valid is invaluable.
And
my quick for scissors, no, just kidding.
But I know for me, it is very easy for me to say that you can go out there and advocate for yourself, but I know it's very, very, very hard, especially when you come to a new environment and you don't know where you fit in. Well, I would like to tell you that create your own place. Create your own seat at the table. You don't have to fit in, and you don't have to be like everyone else, because Xavier saw that you were unique, and that's what they want. They want someone else. They don't want Rebecca's 3 times. They want you. They want what you have to offer and who you are and your personality and your jokes, because that's what makes us so individual but so great. So that's one thing I would like to emphasize is be yourself and always put your best foot forward, because somebody is watching. And these opportunities that you might see other people getting, they will be yours. But your journey is not like everyone else's, and comparison does nothing for you. So just keep on working hard and persevering, because things are happening, doors are being opened, you just can't see it.
As a sophomore now, I would probably tell myself, you're capable, just relax. I know, like, we come into college, I know for me, like, I was like a type A personality type. I thought I had to do, everything right, but this is a learning experience, and it just does not stop after your freshman year. You're going to continue to learn lessons, you're going to continue to make mistakes, but it's about, how you implement, what you've learned into your life and, into your journey here. So you definitely are capable. That's what I would tell myself, just continue to, let yourself evolve and be gracious with yourself.
I would say to myself, being a junior, don't get discouraged or intimidated by all the other Black excellence. I came from other predominantly Black schools, so this wasn't really different for me. I just was used to being in the top tier. Now I'm in a realm where everybody's top tier. So sometimes I'll get a little shaken up when I wasn't getting the materials like other people, but what's for you is for you. And Xavier has a unique way of creating spaces for you and allowing you to kind of be your own champion and create spaces for yourself. Another thing I would tell myself is you do not got to ball out on books at the bookstore because there's other ways of acquiring books. And sometimes make your friends with the upperclassmen, they'd be like, oh, I have the book. Or you could go on Amazon, blase, 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 so hit me up. If you know, I'll probably be seeing you soon. So those are two things I would tell myself.
If I could tell myself something, I would tell myself, just relax and stop looking at other people. Because when I first got on campus, I wasn't at like the same educational level as everybody else. So it was hard to acknowledge my own progress, paying attention to other people and seeing them kind of work faster than me. So I would say like, focus on yourself, see that you're doing better and you're progressing on your own, and acknowledge that and be proud of that and stop looking at other people and trying to base yourself off of them.
Awesome. Yeah, and to step out, I would say, like, lastly, don't be afraid to step out of your comfort zone. I, for one, am somebody who really, really likes my bubble. And then coming from, like, at a predominantly white area, I was really, really nervous about being at Xavier at all. So I was like, okay, I'm just gonna keep to myself, keep to my grades, maybe join a club or two and keep it pushing. But it really limits your college experience if you're not out there, if you're not saying hi to people as soon as you walk by. One of my best friends I met just walking to class one day, and she was on the opposite side of the sidewalk. I just happened to smile and wave because I liked her outfit, and she walked over and we clicked. So it's small things like that. Like, just don't be afraid to truly be yourself.
All right. So I have a couple of questions you can shout out the answer that we have here, so you're kind of thinking on your feet a little bit, okay? So, the best hangout spot on campus.
UC.
The best hangout spot in the city of New Orleans.
Ooh. I say City Park.
I like City Park.
City Park.
Or Lafayette.
Clearly there are options.
City Park.
The museum is cool. That whole area.
Lawrence Museum of Art.
Yeah.
It's free on Wednesdays. Use your Xavier ID. We'll be in the city.
Yeah, New Orleans has a lot to offer. I don't think there's a really good, like, just
one
place. You're just gonna find your own space.
Most organized student organization.
Purity.
Vanguard. Vanguard.
Popular research opportunity.
What was the question?
Popular research or internship opportunity. Say it again?
Shapep, it's the one that they do that's offered for freshmen and sophomores. I know one of my upperclassmen friends, he did it at Howard last year after his freshman year. So it's just where you go and get to take classes. If you're pre-med or pre-dental, that's the one that he was doing. And you get to meet students from other schools like Howard and all over the country. So yeah, that one's really popular.
I would say Fire too is another one. That's one is in Vanderbilt, and it's geared towards freshmen, which is something you don't get to see very often when it comes to research. A lot of it is geared towards everyone, but since it's primarily towards the freshmen, it gives you an opportunity to really hone in on whatever you're looking at.
Okay. You all mentioned formulating relationships with professors quite a bit. Professors shout out at this point?
Dr. Tanya Gross.
Dr. St. Julian in history.
Yes.
I say Dr. Abdullahad for chemistry. He's one of the best chemistry teachers.
I say Dr. Privet. I love her.
Expand on that. Why shout them out? What kind of interactions have you had with faculty that made you say, man, this is where I need to be?
So for me, she really understood. Like, we would have the history class, and it's full of pre-med majors. I was pre-med at the time, and I'm like, girl, I don't know what I'm doing. And she would just listen, and she would reason with me. Whatever I had to say wouldn't fall on deaf ears, and then she would plug me in to other resources at the school, and she's my mentor to this day. So it's really special when you can find a professor who will take the time out and help you academically and sometimes navigate personally, because my friends at other institutions, they don't even talk to their professors like at all. So I really think that's super unique, but I'm gonna shout out the whole history department because I'm repping for the humanities. They all bomb, so yeah.
I say Dr. Abdullahad. He teaches, I'm pretty sure Chemistry 1 and Chemistry 2. I personally like him because every time he comes in a class, he brings energy. Like, to me, the class is never just like, okay, I'm ready to go. It's always energy, and he teaches in a way that's effective and goes at a pace that's good for everybody else. And he always is like, you got it, everybody got it, can I move forward? And make sure that we're really at a state to where we understand the information. So, as chemistry, I definitely would say Dr. Abdullahad.
I would also mention Dr. Mehta in the chemistry department. I go to his office hours every Tuesday and Thursday, and then one Thursday I was a little late, and he's like, okay, I thought you weren't coming. And so that really just shows me that he pays attention to us as students, and that he will really just go through problems and say, okay, this is what you do, this is where you made your mistake. And then also, he just has so much faith and belief in us as students. He's like, okay, you're gonna get 100 on your next drill quiz, right? Like, you know, you're gonna get 100 on this exam, get the 105 with the bonus. And so his faith in us and just the fact that he pours into us so much, I really appreciate that.
I say Dr. Gross, coming from the public health department, we're really small. We only have 3 advisors, but Dr. Gross's office hours is always open. Like, if you see the lights on and that door cracked a little bit, even if the door's not cracked and you knock on it, she's always there to talk to you. If she's on the phone with someone and stuff, she's like, sorry, I have to go, one of my students are here. Like, she's always there to talk. She's always there to pray with you if you want to go over your old quizzes, over your old tests and things like that. She teaches nutrition and health, global health, and program promotions. Those are like the 3 big classes she teaches. And with all those classes, it's going to help you grow not only in your profession, but as a person and stuff like along that lines. I know I've gone in her office. Me and one of my friends have just gone in there and talked and needed to vent, and she just sat there and listened, as well as she's always that one to pray. Like, she's like the mom of the public health department, and she's always there for you, even though she might have her own things she's dealing with, or things like that. If she's in the UC, she's going to stop. If you're campaigning to be on SGA, she's going to sit there and listen to your spill and things like that. She just wants to see you do well, not only in your classes, but in your personal life. So, like, that's someone I know I can always count on after Xavier just to talk to.
Awesome. I want to thank all of you today for being on this panel. You've been amazing. And to my students out there, I hope that you really have been able to just garner even more interest in Xavier and see what we have to offer through our faculty, if you were able to tune into that earlier today, and then through our Grownish student panel as well. In the previous panel, I mentioned at the end that we are very outcomes focused, and I know that you probably heard that throughout this particular panel as well. Students see themselves here not only in their peers, but in the relationships that they've made with faculty, and that leads into relational. We are very, very, very heavy on being relationship oriented so that we can have that community. So when we talk about outcomes and being relational, that also really, really emphasizes the fact that we care. So we certainly care here at Xavier. That's something that you've heard resonated throughout today, and we're ready to offer that to you as well. So if you have questions, feel free to contact the Office of Admissions, again, admissions@xula.edu, or you can contact us by phone at 504-520-7388. Again, congratulations to our admitted students across the nation, and for those of you who've already made that decision, welcome home. And if you have any further questions about the overall enrollment process, feel free to visit confirm.xula.edu. Make it a great day. Thank you for tuning in.
About to pass.